As if the FTX story can't get any worse, oh does it? And it gets worse in the most predictable fashion ever, especially if you've been watching this channel. And we have more people coming out to the defense of Ripple Labs XRP in their case versus the SEC. So yes, FTX action is stealing the show, but banging good news with Ripple Labs XRP is still happening. All right, let's start it off with the heat map, and we've got mixed emotions. Bitcoin under 17,000, ETH 1273, XRP, the princess of the channel. We're going to be talking about more today. 36.9 down 1.6% last 24 hours. XLM, another favorite of the channel, still under 10 cent. Everyone, are you shopping? Comment down below. Deaton's excited. Why? Because Paradigm files amicus brief supporting against Ripple's SEC. On the surface, this case is whether about certain offers and sales of XRP tokens were securities offerings, but the SEC's rhetoric goes further than its claims that require or the law supports. It asserts that XRP tokens, and by extension many other assets themselves, are securities, as well as the downstream users, which would be people like you and me. Yep, restriction of securities may be limited to accredited investors. You know what I'm talking about if you've been following here recently. And we've got David Schwartz chiming in about FTX being a Ponzi. You're going to hear a bunch of stuff about being a Ponzi scheme with FTX. But I think the way David explained it was actually like a really, really good way. And let me read you what he said. According to David Schwartz, Sam Bankman-Fried appeared to have started FTX as a legitimate crypto before it gradually turned into a pyramid scheme, in contrast to Bernie Madoff, who intentionally started it with a Ponzi scheme. Here's what he said. His scheme ran off the rails either when Alameda started losing money, we talked about the cash run, or he just wanted Alameda to make more money, greed. He put huge, entirely inappropriate risk on FTX, at first possibly to make it more profitable, eventually in an attempt to keep it afloat, right? So as they were bleeding money, what were they asking for? They were asking for more money because money was bleeding out. At that time, that's when David said, hey, it went from a legitimate crypto business to something that was losing money, asking for more to repay previous debts, which is a Ponzi scheme. So now how does the whole FTX saga get even worse? Well, come on, girlfriend, you know exactly what you got to do. You got to tax your ass. And now when you tax that ass, what do you got to tax it with? Oh, you got to steal too. So not only are they going bankrupt, but hackers now suffer $400 million hack. And here's the stupidity for you. You ready, everyone? FTX was hacked for over $400 million during the early hours of November 12th. That's today. And remember, as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. The crypto community is wondering if it's an inside job. You bet your butt. Why do we think it was an inside job? Well, the admin advised users to delete the app and not visit the website or open their mobile apps, as it could end up with Trojans. But there's a problem, ladies and germs. The actual amount withdrawn from the exchange is yet to be determined, and sources claim it's between $380 and $680 million. I've got a link of all the stuff that was not sold yet. That's all been taken. Again, you're welcome to check out those links. Here's the worst part. They are now moving the rest of their crypto in cold storage. I mean, seriously, once you declare bankruptcy, why didn't you put all the stuff in cold and protect everything with your life? Because you have to protect pennies to the dollar before you protect 0 pennies to the dollar. Why wouldn't you have just put the stuff in cold storage to begin with? I'm wondering if whoever the hacker was that took the money is somehow funneling the money back to the likes of Sam Bankman-Fried and his cronies. Do I have proof of that? No, but would it fit the story? You bet your butt it would. So we got bad news with the FTX story just burning down as we're watching. They're just dumping gasoline on that fire, making all of crypto just look like a bunch of morons. Now on the flip side, what do we have though? We have more companies, more reputable companies out there coming to the defense of Ripple Labs and XRP, especially for those of us that are downstream. Yes, those of us that have bought and sold on secondary markets. Huge advantage for us there, as we have more companies filing support for Ripple Labs XRP. And Gary Gensler, remember, only has one friend. And the one friend that Gary Gensler has is a firm that helps mass accreditation for investors, which means if it was deemed a security and deemed only for accredited investors, the one firm that came out to support the SEC would make a crap load of money. So of course they're going to come to the SEC's defense, because if they do, they make money. Follow the money trail, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Check out this cool Crypto Web3 video right here. I'll catch you cool cats later, and if news breaks, you know I'll share it with you.